Yep.
All right. Well, once again, thank you for all coming out, making the drive. When I start my seminars, I'll try to tell you a little bit about myself, how I got started. Is that better? I grew up in the country in West Texas. Texas is a huge state, and I grew up out west, the western portion of the state, and it's really desolate out there. I lived with my grandfather's cattle ranch, and I grew up being a farm boy, raising cattle and horses, things like that. When I was 14 years old, I moved to the Dallas-Fort Worth area. I played all kinds of sports. I knew when I moved to the Dallas-Fort Worth area, it was going to be a lot tougher to make the teams. I played American football. I was into wrestling. I played baseball, ran track and field. I was 130 pounds, soaking wet, when I was 14 years old. So I knew I needed to pack on some muscle and get stronger if I was going to have a chance of making the team. So that summer, before my 9th grade year, I met a local kid in the neighborhood, and he worked out at a gym. I didn't have enough money to buy a gym membership, so he'd go in the front door. I'd sneak around the back, he'd open up the back door, I'd slip in, and I'd work out. So I went there every day. I didn't know what I was doing. I'd go in and do every exercise in the gym. I'd be there for hours and working out. And I had a job. I worked at a car wash, so as soon as I got done at the car wash, then I'd ride my bicycle or I'd walk to the gym. And he'd let me in. He'd go at the same time. He'd meet me up there and let me in. And I'd work out all evening. And I didn't know what I was doing. I wasn't doing the exercises right. And I wish I could have had a video camera to film some of the ridiculous movements I was doing now, but I was just lifting weights. So I was there, and about the first week I was there, I met this bodybuilder. This guy was almost 300 pounds, and this was the meanest looking human being I've ever seen in my life. He looked like the devil, and, but he was huge. He had an awesome physique. He just looked mean. He had like a different girlfriend every week. They were all hot. And he drove a Corvette, and I saw him beat a couple guys up in the parking lot at the same time. I was like, man, this dude rocks. I'm thinking, nah, this is why I got to get some muscle, man. So I can be like him, get chicks and drive bad cars and kick some ass. Just at 14, what else is there in life? So I never talked to him. We were scared to death of this guy. So he would come over by our side of the gym, training somebody working out, and we would leave and go to the other side of the gym to stay away from him. But deep inside, we were like thinking, nah, I wish I could be like him. So I worked out there for about a year. I put probably 15 pounds on by myself, just growing naturally and working out, and I wasn't doing it right. But he came up to me after about a year and he said, hey kid, he said, why don't you show up here tomorrow at this time and I'll show you how to work out right. Because I've been watching you for a year now. He said, you work real hard, but you don't know what you're doing. You're going to hurt yourself. I was like, all right. And so my friend said, you going to show up? I was like, heck yeah. He goes, man, you're going to die. So I showed up and I died. But I got sick and threw up afterwards. But it was I was a glutton for punishment, man. I kept coming back and coming back and coming back. And he kind of took me under his wing, man. And he never charged me a dime. And he let me. He had some guys he trained, and he let me work in with them. And he started showing me how to train right. And I just everything he told me to do, I did. And he told me, all right, do this program for the next 2 weeks, and I do it for 2 weeks, and then I trained with him for a week, and then he showed me a different program, and I do that. And so I just stuck with it. When I was about 16, I was up to probably 160 at this point. And he said, you ever think about doing a contest? And I'm like, this is the only bodybuilder I've ever seen. I'm thinking, yeah, right. And so he took me to a local show. I saw what the junior division was like, and I thought, if I train for it, I think I can hang with these guys. He said, all right, so I'm going to take you to a real gym now. It's the summertime. I was out of school for the summer. And couldn't find out this guy was Ronnie Cohen's workout partner. And he took me to Metroflex gym. I met Brian Dawson, the owner of Metroflex, the guy who trained Ronnie and trained this guy too. And he introduced me to Brian. And I was like, man, I said, I can't afford to buy a membership. I don't have enough money. And he said, you win your contest, you don't have to pay. He said, if you lose your contest, he said, you come work for me, clean the gym every night. I was like, all right. So that was 20 years ago. I still haven't bought a membership. So I did a lot of winning in the past 20 years. But it was a real, Ronnie wasn't even pro back then. He was still a freak. And of course, this other guy was a monster. And I used to get killed, man. But I trained real hard, man, and I learned later that it's not about how much you lift, it's about how you lift it, the intensity, giving 100%, man. If you can't bench 500 pounds, that's cool. If you can only bench 200 pounds, but you give everything you got to do it, that's why they let me train with them. And every year I got stronger and stronger, bigger and bigger. Well, I went to that first contest, I was 16 years old, and I won it. And I was the youngest one in the show, in the junior division. I won my class and won the overall. I did a whole bunch of other contests as a teenager. I won those. When I was 18, I trained for the Teenage Nationals. There was a guy you probably all know that won the heavyweights named Jay Cutler. In that show, I was in the light heavyweights. Another guy named Rodney St. Cloud was in the middleweights who later went pro. And another pro came out of that show called Caprice Murray. He got second to me in the light heavies. And there was another guy named Jeff that went on to be pro too. So that junior show was probably the best junior show of all time. It had 5 pro bodybuilders there. Mr. Olympia, and our classic champion come out of it. So that was I ended up winning the overall. Jay won the heavies, but at that point right there, I knew this is what I wanted to do. But at the same point, I was realistic about it. I knew I needed to get an education and make a living in the meantime. So I won. I think I competed the next year at 19. I won the men's Mr. Texas at 19. Won a couple other men's shows, and then I went to work my way through school. I worked 3 jobs to get through college. Anybody who competes, they know how time consuming and expensive it is to get ready for a bodybuilding competition. The food alone is I think my food bill every month is more than my mortgage. So a young college student, man, there's no way you're gonna be able to support yourself, pay for college, pay your food bill too, man. So unless I started robbing stores or something. So I took off from bodybuilding, but I got into powerlifting. Mark and actually Brian at the gym, man, he's like, dude, you can powerlift. He goes, it's not as you don't have to do the diet, you don't have to do the cardio and all this other stuff. And he said, if it's depending on where I'm in my diet, sometimes I'll have a piece of fruit also. As I get closer to the contest, the toast and the fruit get cut out. The next meal I have, I train at 10 o'clock in the morning, so the next meal I have before I train, usually chicken or fish, depending on the day, and usually 10 ounces of chicken or fish, 2 cups of rice. My wife and George try to get me to eat vegetables, but I refuse. Stuff like cooking, man. Then I usually leave to go to the gym. I train. On the way home from training, I drink a Natrotech shake on the way home. When I get home, Tricia's got lunch made. It's 10 ounces of buffalo, or 10 to 12 ounces of buffalo. I have a potato, usually 14 ounces of potato, lots of water. Then 2 or 3 hours later, I have fish, 10 to 12 ounces of fish, a couple of cups of rice. Next meal, I have usually more chicken. I hate chicken. Like I said, 10 to 12 ounces of that. And I usually cut my carbs down a little bit at that point. Maybe we'll go down to 10 ounces of potato. And then the 6th meal would be egg whites, protein shake, and depending on where I'm at in my diet, probably some oats. I got another cup and a half of oats. That's it. Have a shake. I had 2 shakes during 6 meals.
How much water do you drink?
How much water? In the summertime, we don't have air conditioning in that gym, and it gets very, very hot. So I'll go through a whole gallon of water just during my workout. So I might get 2.5, 3 gallons through the whole day. Just to replace. I mean, you could lose 3 to 5 pounds in there working out. It gets so hot. So you drink a lot of fluid. In the wintertime, like my trainer Arnold, I probably drink half that much water.
Guys are ready for this. Thank you.